off on his way.
There.
Hey, look at that! Have you ever seen anything like that?
And here comes Hurt. He's got some people on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over, with Rory and Gary as our Olympic silver medalist at 200 metres, who actually missed the disastrous sprint relay heat because he was being rested for the final. That's one heck of a rest, 4 years. Darren Campbell. With David and Jonathan is a lady who used to work in a bakery selling pies and then became a stand-up comedian. Oh, how Rory wishes that was the other way round. Linda Smith. Now, it's the last show of the series, and with one to play, the scores are locked at 4 games each. Although I should point out that of the 4 games won by David Gower's side, 2 were won by Steve Davis, and 2 came about through disqualifications. So David Gower has failed to win a single show in the series. Still better than when he captained the England cricket team. We begin proceedings with our excuses round, Gary, Rory and Darren. It's Liverpool conceding the only goal of the game against Middlesbrough on Boxing Day.
Inside the penalty area, Cojimar tries to tee it up, couldn't. It's Fleming, left-footed. Oh, it's a save, but Cojimar will put it in.
That was Liverpool's Dutch goalie Sander Westerveld cocking up, allowing Christian Karrenberg to nip in and score. But according to the Daily Mirror, Westerveld insisted it wasn't his fault. So whose fault was it? Gary's team.
I think it's a Liverpool thing. I think it's something Scousers learn. You never hang on to something long enough to leave fingerprints. Or was he distracted by the sound of Terry Venables emptying the Middlesbrough bank account? It's nice to have Gary back, though. I missed him last week.
Did you?
We had to make do with a top sportsman.
Where were you, Gary? Where were you? Were you on holiday?
I was skiing.
Do you ski like when you play football? Do you just ski the last 6 yards of the slope? Rather than go all the way to the top of the mountain?
Yeah. So this was like a little holiday break for you. But a break from what exactly? Because apart from punting questionable snacks to the kiddies and being slightly less camp than Mark Lawrenson, what is it exactly that you do that you need a break from? Because
I actually need a break from you.
Oh, that's so obviously true.
Well, they gave me your dressing room last week, Gary, which is nice.
Did they?
Found a bottle of Grecian 2000 and a signed photo of Dale Winton. So Gary, always deadly from 6 inches. It's...
Quite happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 6 inches, not with 6 inches.
What's your event? 100 metres?
100 and 200. I was a little bit tired, though.
That's a long way, isn't it?
It is a long way.
How can you be tired running 100 metres?
Actually, Gary, just think about it. If you put together all the professional football games you played for all those top clubs and Tottenham, if you put together all the hours you've played football, you probably run 100 metres, haven't you?
Yeah, but I wasn't tired.
So, Sander Westerveld.
Liverpool actually wanted that match played at a different time. 1979.
You must know a lot of goalkeepers' excuses, Gary, because you spent most of the game talking to goalkeepers, didn't you?
On first name terms with most of them.
Yeah, with your deck chair and your thermos flask.
Well, I would have been if it was that stupid offside rule where you have to run back to the halfway line.
That's ruined your game.
Run back to the halfway line.
It was that frosty pitch, wasn't it? And because they got no undersoil heating, and he said there was ice on the ball.
Is correct for 3 points. According to the Mirror, Westerveld let the ball slip out of his hands because it had ice on it and was very cold. Goalscorer Christian Karrenberg lives with Wonder Bra model Adriana Sklenkarova. Why couldn't he go out with Jordan?
Oh, it's going to be a long night, isn't it?
It is. Goalscorer Christian Karrenberg lives with Wonder Bra model Adriana Sklenarikova.
That's it.
Thank you. Goal scorer Christian Karrenberg lives with Wonder Bra model Adriana Sklenarakova, who says that when she first arrived in Middlesbrough, Brian Robson was kindness itself. The minute he found out she was a Slovakian on 60 grand a week, he stuck her in at left back. Since he arrived at Middlesbrough, new manager Terry Venables has tried 4-4-2, 4-3-3 and 3-5-2. And as soon as he works out the combination to the safe, he'll be off. David, Jonathan and Linda, it's the sunnier climes of Sydney for you. Here's Courtney Walsh losing his wicket in the recent 5th test there as the Windies tumbled to a 5-0 series defeat.
Caught him, he's got him, that's well caught. Matthew Hayden at bat pad.
But Courtney had an unusual excuse for being dismissed there by Colin Miller. What was it, David's team?
Was it because he'd been reading David's coaching manual, wafting my way? This couldn't have anything to do with the fact that the man bowling to him has blue hair. Do you think he was standing there thinking, blimey, this gear, I got to feel Tufnell's a bit intense? There's a bloody Smurf bowling to me.
So he's got blue hair. Is he a natural blue hair, do you think? Has he got the matching collar and cuffs? 'Cause I hate it when a woman's curtain and pelmet are matching, you know, and that's
Was he surprised at being bowled at by Marge Simpson?
He was surprised, but what was his reaction?
Or was he just, I mean, he just couldn't stop himself laughing? He
It's
couldn't
correct for
concentrate.
3 points. Thank you. According to Courtney, he hadn't recovered from laughing at Colin Miller's blue hair.
I bowled 28 overs just and only got 1 wicket. Stuart McGill picked up 7, and I think Courtney Walsh is laughing. You can't believe it.
Miller had dyed his hair blue to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Australia, attempting to imitate the blue of the Australian flag. It's not the first time Courtney Walsh has convulsed with laughter over this reason. At the 5th test at the Oval in 1988, he pissed himself at David Gower's blue rinse. And at the end of that round, David's team have 3 points, and Gary's team have 3 points.
That was doing all right.
For all those of you who continue to doubt that our panellists socialise together outside of the show, here's a heartwarming shot of David and Rory sharing a joke in David's caviar jacuzzi. It's the historic comeback of our photo opportunity round now. We'd like to know what stories lie behind a pair of sporting photographs. David's team, your picture is of Formula 1 world champion Michael Schumacher. So how do you explain that one?
Looks like your wife.
Yeah. So... What's the game in this week, though? We've had an unfunny Australian with blue hair, now an unfunny German with red hair. What's next? An unfunny English bloke with white hair? I genuinely didn't mean that. David, I didn't mean that.
Is it something as futilely simple as the fact Ferrari are red, Ferrari are red? It's just the red Ferrari bit.
That's what he's here for. The points, 3 points. Well done.
It's like catchphrase, say what you see.
Couldn't do the logo, so they'll cover that.
Michael Schumacher's red wig was, in fact, an hilarious celebration of his first Formula 1 world title with Ferrari, whose cars are painted red. According to his website, the last Formula 1 season was an emotional roller coaster for Michael Schumacher. His emotions ranged from satisfied to smug. Ferrari are often described as the Man United of motor racing. They wear red, they're supported around the world, and like Dwight York, Schumacher is often filmed rear-ending a Jordan. Take a look at this. So, can you explain the Duke of Edinburgh's expression there?
That's actually just after he said, Matthew, tonight I'm going to be Peter Beardsley.
Is he describing what happened to Prince Edward on his first day at school?
Is it his birthday and somebody sent him a Camillagram?
Is it something to do with cricket?
We did actually hear that he did used to be a really good cricketer and could have played for his country, but Greece haven't got a cricket team.
That's it. Poor food.
Didn't you, weren't you beaten by a Greek in Darren?
Sorry?
That fast bloke that went past you carrying a tray of kebab.
Darren, I must congratulate you on your achievements in the 200 metres. As you said, it's a short one. Let's face it, what, 20 seconds work, that's it. I've got to say, I admire you for that. Meanwhile, those blokes doing the 10,000 are still running around sweating and flogging themselves to death. You've already got back to the Olympic Village, had a shower, oiled yourself up, and you're busy pleasuring a 16-year-old Czech gymnast on the rubber mat. That is the way to go, my friend. And then you go back and it's another, what, 10 seconds burst of adrenaline. Back, quick shower, bit of high karate, bingo, off you go again. Work your way through another impoverished emerging nation.
This is at a book launch about cricket, isn't it? And he's describing when he got hit on the hand playing cricket.
Yeah, some of the facts are incorrect, but I'm going to give you 3 points for that.
Bless you.
Yeah. That was Prince Philip making a speech at the Under-15 Cricket World Cup, telling the story of how he broke his fingers trying to catch a cricket ball. The Duke is, of course, a keen cricketer. In fact, here he is in action. Normally at this juncture I might venture a joke or two about Prince Philip, but instead we'll let him write his own material. Here's just a small selection of the colourful opinions he's offered while representing this country. He told a group of deaf Jamaican school children standing next to a steel band, "Deaf? No wonder you're deaf, standing so close to that racket." After accepting a gift from a lady Kenyan, he replied, "You are a woman, aren't you?" Darren, you're going to need to get a gold if you want an OBE anyway. While being shown around Papua New Guinea by the locals, he said to a British student, "So, you've managed not to get eaten then?" And while touring a factory in Edinburgh, he told Asian workers that a badly wired fuse box looks like it's been put in by an Indian. Despite his many gaffes, the Duke was given the Order of Merit by the Queen on his 47th birthday. It wasn't much of a surprise, though. He'd already found it on top of the wardrobe. And while we're on the subject of photographs, here's a picture of a man doing press-ups without using his hands.
It looks like they prepared you for a tandoori oven.
Or to be put on the front of a ship.
I would never be found in such a ridiculous situation. And what pride and respect you have as a grown man and a father of children to allow yourself go out and get photographed in such a ridiculous position. Shame on you, Gary Lineker.
So, here's another photo. Here's Jonathan Ross, dressed as Aladdin Sane. OK, at the end of that round, David's team have 6 points and Gary's team have 6 points.
Ah, thank you.
It's what's going on now, and we've reached that point in the series where we're reduced to showing obscure footage from around the world and asking what the sport is. Gary's team, here's yours. So, what do you think, Gary's team?
It's in Birmingham. And it's minicab training.
Is it David Gower's staff drying his salad?
I know what it is. I've seen that. That's an obscure Indian movie. That's the Bollywood version of The Italian Job, starring Michael Caine.
The new design of the Wembley Stadium with the athletics track.
Is it what it is?
Yes.
Like a wall of death thing with bikes and cars going around it?
But what's the point? What do they have to do?
Go round and round and round. And
Who
round
wins?
and round. The person who goes round the fastest and the highest.
3 points to Gary's team. That was the wall of death in which Indian drivers attempt to get their cars as high as possible without flying out of the top. And if you think that looks difficult, you should see the poor sod who has to drive the hot dog van up to the stands. It's been described as a graceful ballet combining speed, courage and driving artistry. Or, according to the Duke of Edinburgh, a bunch of towelheads playing silly buggers. Driver Manjit Singh has complained that audiences are deserting the sport because imported British television programmes contain more high-octane thrills, like this moment of spontaneous excitement from David Gower. Oh, and I'm just hearing that the crowds are flocking back. So, David's team, take a butcher's at this.
Achtung, fertig, los! 30.
So, what in heaven's name was going on there, David's team?
Is it some really hard Geordies who are snorting real coke?
Germans with little black moustaches. Why does that seem familiar? Reminds me of someone. I know, David, that time I went over to stay at your house, and you showed me that secret bunker you got. You know the one with the red flag with the weird black crosses on? You said it was a Druid design. And you played that stirring military music. You did the funny marching dance to. And you kept talking about the weather, going, hail, hail. I said, no, it's sunny outside.
Can we have another look at that film?
Yes, if you want.
Oh, it's not how they make Marmite, is it?
That is the Schnupf Championships.
Yes, which Schnupf Championships?
Schnupf, well, all Austrian, European, world...
Yes, correct, for 3 points, well done. Those were the highlights of the World Snuff-Taking Championships held in that bastion of snuff, Bavaria in southern Germany. The winner is the person who can snort as much as possible in 60 seconds. So that's another gold medal in the bag for Britain if we can only get Daniela Westbrook through German customs. The 2000 event featured no less than 317 participants. That's more dirty hankies than under Rory's bed. And at the end of that round, David's team have 9 points and Gary's team have 9 points. Time now for our regulars to jostle with the sporting idol as we play Field the Sportsman. David and Jonathan, you're first this week, if you'd like to take your positions.
Need a rest.
David, I don't want to get your hopes up.
What?
But in recent weeks, I've been dropping hints around the office about the little-known fact that in certain parts of Europe, lap dancing is now considered a sport.
Blindfolds on.
You look very smart today, David. That's like a replacement teacher every week.
You have 90 seconds to work out who you're fondling, and can we have our first mystery guest, please? Okay. And...
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear.
Not good.
Your time starts now. Oh, what was that?
I'm not sure what, but I'm going to...
Careful! What's going on?
What's up? He's a vicious bastard, whoever he is.
David, how many times have I told you not to leave your Zimmer frame out there when I can trip over it?
It's my sedan chair, surely. It's arrived early.
It was someone here a minute ago. Here he is. Oh, what? He's like limbless. There's a hand, there's no leg. What's that? That's one of the Special Olympics.
It could be a very hot...
What? We finally got a bloody ramp in. What do you expect? If we got a ramp, we're going to use it. I've got a lady's leg. No, it's not a lady. Definitely not a lady.
Is it a man carrying 2 very stale baguettes?
There's a man suspended happily between 2 bars. Is it Rory?
Is it... Whatever, have we got a champion?
Well, I'll tell you what, if this is a sport, it's a bloody easy one, sitting on a couple of sticks.
Is he Britain's only exponent of sitting on these two sort of long bar things?
Or full head of hair?
Well, we need the name of the sport. Sitting on the long bar don't do
Well,
it, really.
it's parallel bar things, aren't they? But
So the British...
parallel bar, wasting our
champion,
time.
Yes, indeed, is in fact Craig Heap, the British Olympic gymnast. Okay. So, Gary and Rory, could you move to your positions, please?
God, dear.
And can we have our second mystery guest, please? Okay. You can start your feeling now.
Well, going by sound alone, I think it's an unsuccessful prototype of the vibrator. Oh, hang on, I've got some here.
Oh, hang on.
Hello. Oh, jeez.
That's a reaction you've had before, Rory?
I've definitely frightened him. And you know what? I'm going to frighten him again. Where's he gone?
Is it?
Say it to him. Oh, hello. Is this the same?
Is it one of Jordan's implants?
Moving around. I'm getting leather and helmet. It's like being at a party at Peter Mandelton's house. This leather and helmets, blindfolds, and there's some sort of machine here. That feels like a sidecar. Is it a sidecar?
Is it Wallace and Gromit?
Somebody carrying a passenger. I know how they feel. Sorry, Gary.
Thank God I haven't got to carry you.
Are we talking, Nick, is it a sidecar? Is it the World Sidecar Champion?
Yes, it's correct for 3 points. Steve Webster and Paul Woodhead, World Sidecar Champions. And Steve and Paul. And so, at the end of that round, David's team have 12 points and Gary's team have 12 points. We limp to a finish by playing the name game. And this week, we want Rory and Jonathan to draw their clues. It's a tie at the moment. I'm going to ask Gary's team to go first. Could you pass those along to Rory, please? You'll be penning it. You have 2.5 minutes to get as many names as you can.
Lovely, lovely.
And?
Oh, dear.
Oh. And your time starts now.
Okay.
David Seaman.
Very good. Excellent work. Okay. And in it.
Snake. Snake?
Like
No, Eric the Eel. Eric the Eel.
Good. This is a bit of a tough one, but I'll do it.
It's not me then.
Very good.
Oh, Barthez.
Very good. Thank you.
Fabian.
Wait a minute.
Linford Christie.
Wait a minute. Just establishing the sport. Just establishing the sport.
Cricket. It's cricket.
Okay, cricket. Then what else are you?
Ian Beaufort.
Boing, boing. Let's have a look.
Boing, boing.
Yeah.
Jonathan Edwards.
Very good.
That's it. Revival. Well, never mind, didn't need to do that one. Oh, gee. This is something you're familiar with.
So 6 will win it for you. 6 will win both this game and the series. Linda, can I say something to Jonathan, please?
Come on.
You're all round sporting knowledge.
Okay. And your time starts now.
All right,
A good view.
Here we go.
Television again. Very appealing. Who's that meant to be? Jordan?
Yeah.
Jordan.
So it's Jordan's boyfriend?
Yeah, who do you think? Say what you say.
What's
There you
my-
go, all right.
Thank you.
Oh, blimey.
Don't look at the answers, David.
Well, I can't really think. Oh, I mean Venus Williams.
He can't read that one there.
That was not intentional. There we go.
It's quite a long way, that.
Come on.
I mean,
Who, look, what's that?
+1.
+1.
Well, who's that? Are you awake? No. How hard could it be?
+1.
+1.
Well, who is this?
Well, I don't know.
Is that
If we
Posh?
knew, we'd tell you.
Obviously. Right, and who's a +1?
Oh, Beckham, then.
Beckham.
Good heavens. I'll embellish this more for you. Here we go.
It's a bit minimalist, isn't
Oh,
it?
shut up.
I'm with you, Linda. That was a little bit minimalist.
Oh, it was fine.
Oh, no, what is it?
You want to get your telly fixed.
Well, it's a tennis racket, right? Tennis
Yeah,
racket.
and who's this bloke?
Is it Harry Bastard, Pete Sampras?
Yeah. You'll get this one. You'll get this one. Okay, you recognise... David might not know what that is, but
no,
Linda, you can help.
Yeah, that'll be a cricket
It's
bat.
a polo racket.
Cricket bat with very big ears.
David! Right,
Yes.
what is this game?
Bat
Yes,
ears.
cricket.
Who might this be?
I've never seen anyone looking... I've never seen anyone look like that. I said...
Who's the bloke who carries that?
Andrew Paddock. Oh, okay, Andrew. Well, it's not ball roller.
I'd have taken the point off anyway for cheating, but as it happens, David's team have 16 points. This week's winners are Gary's team, and the series winners are Gary's team. So our thanks to Gary, Rory and Darren, David, Jonathan and Linda. They think it's all over. It is now.
UKG2 is going to take a quick break now, not to raise revenue, but purely to allow you water and relief. So use it wisely, because after the break, it's 2 pints of lager and a pack of crisps. No, or maybe during the break too, I suppose.